Somebody teach her portal. Y'all get her portal back in her. They worried about you talking and you know. Because a man said, it's a man's world. And then the woman be like, some score woman in the background, life almost just, she ain't been able to talk the whole time. She been giving her husband all her ideas. And he been going out there acting like it's him. Because I got a word for y'all today. Is it your word or your wife's word? She ain't allowed to talk, girl. Get up there and talk, girl. Okay. Matter of fact, cut him off. Cut him off from the fruit. Cut him off from the fruit. Somebody about to be like, Ain't that the cone heads? When she went in there, she said, on cone heads. Y'all know what I'm talking about, cone heads. If you ain't never watched Cone Heads, CONEHEADS, Cone Heads. Somebody go watch Cone Heads. Y'all, she turned around, she said, look, they went in the grocery store, y'all. I can't remember what part. I just came to me when she went in the grocery store. They was, they had the can states. They was from another motherland. You feel me? But they had the cone heads, y'all, and they real too. They real. Go look them up. But I don't get on there. She crazy. But they go to church every morning and every Sunday and hear the preacher talking about he had that premonition. Okay. Y'all got that look for my uncle. Y'all like that? Y'all like that? Oh, shit. I'm taking that from you, Unc. He don't even know he do it. He gonna be like, damn. I know which. I bet you the rest of my uncles and my dad can figure out which one it is. I done took they little. Yeah. Anyways, y'all, let me keep going because I got lost in the sauce. I done forgot what I was at. I done forgot where I was at. Anyways, God, you is something. God be having me be so character. Some days I be up fourth, sit straight, neck straight. And then some days I just be like, whatever, right? Depending on what personality I want to bring out today. She said personalities. How many she got? How many? And then it's going to be some better bitsy. Look. Won't nobody get up under the word. They be in the background. Hear it. Don't let her out on the algorithm. Okay, y'all. Okay, I'm back on track. But I'm talking about the cone heads. Y'all remember the cone head? She went inside the grocery store, y'all, and she was in there shopping with her little smooth cone head, her little earrings. She had her little outfit on, y'all. And she was in there shopping, and the girl turned around. She was trying. Why was the lady in there? What was she? The one kept failing her driver test on purpose so she can get next to the other cone head, to the cone head's husband. Honey, she got to feeling insecure. She got to read no magazine. Yeah, no matter what planet they from, they all the same. All the women the same, right? Anyways, she went inside the grocery store and she seen that eggplant, y'all. She turned around and she looked over and she turned around. She was rolling with her grocery cart. She turned around. She seen that eggplant. She said, ah! Then she grabbed it. She said, ah! It was an eggplant, y'all. She thought it was their heads. Oh my God, y'all. I gotta go watch that now. What song was he humming in that? That song came to me when he was humming that down there when he was when they went back to their planet and they was y'all, I'm about to go look it up. He started humming a song down in that arena. Now I gotta go look it up, y'all, because God might want to click something with that and clack it with that. You feel me? Might bring up a memory or something. You know, God just operates in strange ways. Like certain things will click certain things that you will be to forgot about. And so it's something about that song God want me to listen to bring something back up. And I'm gonna go listen to it in a minute. But anyways, so excuse me, guys. Where was I going with this? It wasn't conviction yet. Y'all gotta go look. Hold on. Anyways, y'all, that's how some of y'all enemies is. That every time when they see you coming, they be like, yeah! On a platform, in whatever place you go into, honey, that is the men and the women. I went top. I did, and I'm working at, and I'm the top of Turtleneck City. Well, I'm wearing a turtleneck too, sir. Yours got bacon in it. Yours got bacon. So basically, I was saying that sometimes God would not allow you, depending on what part of the journey you're on, He would not allow you to know what it is, who it is, and what it is, and dot, right? Dot. Because you're not able to handle what it is of the truth of the matter, right? And once God began to unravel certain things, right? And sometimes, depending on how you get it, right? Some of these people have put you on the table, like I said, when you was younger, and read you from the rooter to the tutor, from the rooter to the tutor. And you're like, oh, I had to let them, you to let me You know, when I started my journey, I said, God, why would you allow them to get the ups on me? When God began to reveal certain things and how deep and dirty and nasty these people actually were, and what they've been doing throughout lifetimes after lifetimes, and who been teaching what, and all these things, and how they pick one out to sacrifice, and all these things, right? When God began to read, I could have went into panic, right? My first thought, y'all, when I began to heal, y'all, I had to come a long way. I had to come a long way. I started a lot with meditation. And when I first sat down, I was carrying 2 swords crossed. Y'all never seen them movies with them people, they pull them things out, they, you know, they be in a little casing or whatever, and they put them out like a warrior and just get the whop, 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 whop. Right? It was 2 of them, and I was sitting there in meditation. I said, God, what is this? Why am I, out of all things I could have seen, why am I seeing these things, right? These instruments. Crisscross. You know, they had a crisscross in the back. Crisscross, and you're holding them, but it'd be like a strap back there that you carrying these 2. I gotta be careful what I say because you don't want your stuff getting flagged, but you're carrying these 2 things, and they crisscross, right? But when I first went into meditation, I seen myself sitting there with these things, right? And God was showing me how I was carrying these things, and basically how I was trying to handle it myself, right? When you start to figure out certain things, boy, it makes you want to, it makes you want to put them down, right? But God also, in the time frame, began to reveal to me different lives and all this different stuff, right? A lot of it came through dream state. A lot of it came through a lot of different ways, right? Meditation, dream state, signs, synchronicities, movies, all different type of ways. God began to reveal things to me. And when I first started to meditate, yo, one of God's strongest warriors. Ooh, I got chills. One of God's been a warrior for God, been here many times on different assignments, right? And it depends on where you're at in your phase. God will begin to reveal certain things, only what you can handle at that point. And sometimes you think that you can handle, sometimes you can, I want to put it in a way. It depending on the lifetime is what you carry, right? The skill, gifts, qualities, abilities, right? Sometimes it's spiritual, sometimes it's physical, right? Depending on the lifetime, the time, era, day, date. And when God begins to reveal certain things to me, I've always been strapped up spiritually, right? And he was showing me how I was strapped up physically before here, and he was showing me how now I'm strapped up spiritually, right? And a lot of my lifetime before, I was a physical warrior, right? I mean, one of the strongest ones. I mean, I've been here for a long time. Not like this lifetime, but you know. We got lifetimes before lifetimes after lifetimes, and this between that and this, right? But, I was always strong. But see, a lot of times, our weakness, but our strength is physical. Always handling things physically, right? And so as time went on, the progression, right? And I'm so proud of myself. We don't give ourselves enough credit, y'all. We don't give ourselves enough credit. You just got to sit down and see where you started at and where you're at. And so I began to do like, different levels of healing and stuff like that. But in order for me to begin to get certain things revealed to me, I had to start doing the healing work on myself energetically. And so once I began to do like the energetic healing work and all this stuff, then God began to reveal certain things to me. And one of the things was these weapons that I was carrying. And so I kept saying, why do I have these, right? And so it was basically like all this time you've been trying to handle things physically, right? What you can see with your eye, but these people riding dirty. They riding dirty. And so this time around, we have to go spiritually with this thing, right? We have to go all the way, put the physical things down. Put the physical things down. Put them down. Some of y'all out here trying to fight spiritual battles with physical things. It's impossible. It's impossible. You're going to lose every time. And see, I was watching this thing, was it yesterday? And I forgot who was saying it. And she said, it was funny. It was funny when everybody else was playing the game and you didn't even know you was in the game. It was funny when everybody else knew the rules but you. It was funny. I mean, slapping me funny. It was funny when everybody else was taking jabs at you. An innocent bystander, innocent soul. When they say, it's not fun when the rabbit got there. Somebody else can finish it for me. And, it's funny when everybody else know, but you. It is funny. And so once you start to find out, right, because God will shield you so much, but he needs some of these things to take place. He needs some of these things to hit you in order for him to drag these things in. They have to get strung up by their toenails. Could you imagine somebody getting strung up by their freaking toenails and all their body weight is going to this? And so going to like, oh my God, that'd be horrible. But anyways, these people, these places, these things, these entities have to be strung up and brung in. They have to be brung in because of the just how serious their crimes is. And a lot of people talk about the physical things, right? All day I see all this different stuff on my phone, what's happening in the world, who doing what, how somebody went somewhere and never came, all this stuff, right? And people say, oh my God, that's horrible, right? Some of these things that these people are doing is horrible. But y'all don't even know that your family, your ex-friends, your ex-lover, your current person, whoever that is, that they are they're serial repeated offenders. We see the gruesome things that people do here, and because these people hide behind wicks and flickers, right? They're not thought about. The things that people are doing is not thought about. The spiritual things that people are doing is not thought about. Some of these people are fighting very dirty, very nasty, very filthy, and they're serial, the K word, spiritually. You understand me? They're going after innocence doing these things as well. I mean, they're talking about that man got caught. That woman got caught. That they got caught doing these really nasty things. But they out here coming at their babies in the spirit and killing them. So they can get beauty. So they can get money. Oh, they don't want me talking about that. Shut her up. Shut her up. Shut her up. Crazy, 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 crazy. Nobody look her way. Everybody pay attention to me. Everybody look over here. Nobody look over there. We're going to handle that. It was just somebody that was nobody that was crazy as Hell. You understand me? And so, guys, I can go on and on. On and on and on and on. A lot of these people, I'm going to keep going with that. I think I gave you guys enough of that for y'all to understand what I'm talking about. And so, anyways, and if you don't, it's not for you. These people wait till these same people sit in the background and watch you and poke fun and cause problems. But see, their worst nightmare, and they never thought you would figure it out. We slapped them. We did this to them. Cowards. Cowards. These are cowards. They go with no honor. No honor. You know, I had a whole nother dream, and I already put that on here, of when I was summoned into this other place in my dream state, and how in this other place, honor was everything. Even though it was low vibrational, honor. You have to be honorable, right? A lot of these people are doing senseless things. They're not even honored in their craft. They're not even honored in what it is that they're doing. Have some dignity. Have some respect. Have some dignity. Some of these people are about to go down, not even with a crown. They're going to oblivion. I'm just saying. You did all that, and for what? This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. These people are about to be like, they have to, the debts. I mean, and the reason why, y'all, and I think some people can agree with me on what I'm about to say. I don't believe that, and I was watching a pastor, and he said the same thing, and it's crazy because I was already thinking it. I don't think that we have a long time before the BC. You know, I don't think that we have, I don't think we have a long time before judgment. And so this is why we seeing a lot of this energetic stuff and this different stuff ramped up. And if you look at the Bible, right, I noticed that a lot of numbers that God has given me is towards the back of the Bible, kind of like Revelation area, who God was. I mean, Jesus, Yahshua, y'all can get it out. Yahweh, you know, some people like to say Yahshua, some people like to say Yahweh, some people like to say Jesus. You know, that's no debate. Whatever you reference. I don't feel like we have a long time before these certain things come into play. And like I said, God's been giving me a lot of the numbers, and a lot of the numbers is towards the back of the Bible. And I have to say this as well. God said, tell the people to turn from their wicked ways. Tell the people to turn from their wicked ways. I have to throw that in there. I don't think that we have a long time before things go. We already seeing it. We seeing it in the prices of things. We seeing it in the way things are going. We seeing it in our government. I ain't getting on that. That's none of my business. We're seeing it in a lot of spaces and places, in between spaces and spaces. The ramp up of spiritual activity within people regular everyday lives, households, all the way to the bigger to the smaller. That's crazy. Y'all hear that? There's a, I don't believe that we have a long time before a long time, right? And this is why a lot of God's warriors, right? A lot of y'all are at the point where y'all at the beginning, middle, and close to the end, depending on, right, your journey. But there's a lot more people standing up, speaking up, becoming in alignment. There's a lot of alignment all over the world. All over the world when it comes to spirituality and people waking up. Do y'all think that that's just by chance? That people are more aware? It's like, I remember I was watching this part, reading this part of the Bible, and I ended up seeing this video and putting them together. And it was talking about, oh, yeah, my head itching. This bang. It was talking about the curse over God's people and how long that they was going to be like basically up under this curse. And they were saying that the curse was lifted. It was going to be lifted in like, just say if it was like, it basically would have been like maybe about 5 years ago. That curse would have had lifted, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around that time, between 4 to 5 years, right? So if you notice, there's an uptake in the awakening of God's people. And when people say that this curse is going to break, like, I don't know if they think, like, the world just going to, everybody going to wake up one day and it's going to be this way and that way. No, I don't believe it's that. I believe that it was in, like, even us having certain knowledge and certain things being laying dormant within us, right? And so this is why you see a lot of the people waking up, a lot of more life, kind of like life coaches, a lot more people tapped in, a lot more of preaching going on, a lot more people telling people to get themselves together, and all these different things, right? Alright guys, I'm back. I had to go stop and get me some wangs. Some wangs. Some wangs. Some wangs. Extra spicy. Y'all, we went through the drive-thru. And I swear, somebody be hacking into my stuff. They be like, she on her way, she on her way. She on her way, she on her way. Everything I do. Every little step I take. Every little I take. Like, y'all, it's like, she coming, she coming. Like Truman Show. She coming, she coming. Do this, do that. We trying to get that energy up off her back. Do this, do that. Do this, do that. We trying to get that energy up off her back. Do this, do that. Do this, do that. We trying to get that energy up off her back. So anyways, y'all, we go through the drive-thru, right? Me and my people. We went through the drive-thru. And so I'm like, I want me some of them wangs. Them wangs, right? Some little bit of them wangs. I wanted some wangs. And as I'm ordering my wangs, my people like, yeah, we gonna get this all flats. Do y'all got, is it, we might be able to, do that, burping and, huffing and puffing and doing all this nasty gargling with the back of their throat and all this nasty stuff and keep burping like they burp. Y'all, I bullcrap y'all not. If we was on the speakerphone, the intercom thing with this person for like 3 minutes, this person burped at least about 70 times in that 3 minutes. I cannot make this up. It was so disgusting that they kept going, like they couldn't even talk because how much it was burping. But you know when somebody do something intentionally, it was being forced out. The burps were being forced out. You know when somebody got that and it's like, dang, excuse me, right? I probably done burped and I didn't even know, right? Because it's natural. And sometimes it be confirmation as well, depending on where you at in the conversation. I'm not a person that really burp like that. And that's sometimes when I get to talking, I started noticing that I start burping a little bit, depending on what I'm saying and key point that God want me to pay attention to. And sometimes I don't even realize it until I went back through my video or I'm putting it together. And so, I swear it be like, they coming. She coming down there, she going there. And for that to happen, that means somebody got to be tapped into your Wi-Fi, your phone, your Wi-Fi. Somebody's tapped into my Wi-Fi and into my phone, right? And these are higher ups. That's how you know you that. And they be mad because they know you that. But they don't expect for you to know that you that. But they supposed to know, but you ain't supposed to know that you that. You feel me? Anybody that's following you and watching you, I need you to understand. Some of y'all be like, I ain't being gang stalked. They're watching me through the walls. Dude, every time I come home, there's a new hole in my wall. Y'all, I can show y'all. Let me show y'all real quick. It's new holes. I think in another video I showed y'all this. But every time I come home, like, it's certain. It's only where I be at. The main places where I be at. This is new drywall in here, by the way. We got one up there. Y'all, out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Ain't nothing hit that. Ain't nothing rammed into it. Ain't nothing. This is brand new drywall in here. Brand new. In a... Where'd it go? That's a big old hole, y'all. Then, in places I be like perverted. This is my bathroom. Nobody else comes in this bathroom but me. Look at them two holes at the top. It's the bathtub. That old shower head been there for centuries. Then in my room when I first got here, right, there was a hole there, right? I had my bed further over here. It was only two. Now there's a third one. Y'all see those two? It's one all the way over there in the corner. It was this one and this one. Now it's a third one. Then we got one. Right there. Right above my bed. And my bed was scooted way over here. I didn't have the dresser over here. I had it over there. So my bed was level way over here. But I switched my room around. So, boy, you got to make it hard for them. Make it hard for them. Because when you come at home and you seeing perfectly rounded drilled holes into your home, and you know that it's not normal, it's not normal. Period. And so, I just had to show y'all because somebody like, oh, she lying. Because the Lord gave me a vision and the vision said, you know, it's always them ones out there. But I'm telling y'all that I can't make this up. Some people be like losing their speak videos, because I'm seeing more and more people talking about gang stalking, right? You can holler, you can scream, and a lot of times they're going to block you. So, like even right here, y'all, look. Y'all, I'm putting it all on my face. Wait a minute. Y'all, look. Brand new. This was not there. I've been in this house since yonder. Look, one coming right there. Let me see. Back it up, son. I got my vacuum cleaner right here, but my couch is right where I'm at. Y'all see it? Doop, on the wall. On the wall. Them was not there. And it's like, let's dent it just a little bit so she can think she's losing her mind. And then we're going to block her. And then we're going to stalk her. And then we're going to come in her house and poison her water, y'all. If there's any water in here. Yo. These was not there. What's crazy is that now that I'm talking about this, my videos is taking way longer to upload. These was not there. Get out of here. When I tell y'all, and they're going to get bigger. When I tell y'all, and my couch is right here, I've been folding my clothes up, y'all. This brand new furs, boots with the furs. But I fold my clothes up or whatever. I got them linked up so I can go through one tote. That's my grandson, those stuff. One tote at a time. And so I brought my stuff in the front room, out of my room to fold it. But anyways, my couch, I have a pit. My couch is right there. And then you turn around, if I was sitting down, it's right there to be up in my mouth to study me, right? Y'all, I go here every day. I'm in this house. This is brand new drywall. A hole every time we leave and come back. And I pointed out to my roommate. I said, hey, look at this. I need you to look at this. Was that there? And when I first started mentioning this person, like, no, I don't know. I think that's always been there. This is brand new drywall in this house. You're going to know. And somebody say, termites. You're a termite. Let me tell you something. I don't care about none of that. I'm just saying. And it's in spaces where I be at, right? If I start going downstairs, I already go on my downstairs like that because it's a whole nother house down there. It would start being holes down there. But I'm in here every single day. I don't hang up my pictures and stuff like that with nails and all that stuff. I use, y'all, like 2 of my pictures done broke because I used a double-sided tape. Literally. And it's not. I'm going to tell y'all that all that double-sided tape is bullcrap. And so somebody put me on, if you know one, that's really good because my picture's not even that heavy. It's supposed to be able to hold up to like 20 pounds, this double-sided tape I got. And my picture frames is not even 3 pounds. So whatever. But my thing is this, like the average person would be like, I'm being gang stalked, all this stuff going wrong, they using these they using, and you got to understand that a lot of times, I could be up all day, I'm fine, when I'm getting ready to go to sleep, it's like this study happens, they start turning up this, like, almost like energy weapons. I was watching this lady, I didn't know there was a such thing as energy weapons, but once she said it, God will let you come across, it's even one up there, God will let you come across certain things. These are, see, the other holes are a little bit bigger, those are the watch holes, these are the listening holes in here. We got 1, 2, 3, y'all, I've never ever drilled a hole in the wall to put up a picture in this home. And nobody else has either. I think the only thing that got drill holes markings is maybe this clock over here. Everywhere else, and it's this clock. And then right there is a picture. That's a supper. The Last Supper is on that wall. And that's been up there for centuries. Right? Since before I even came here. Well, like, that picture probably been up there for over 30 years. And so anyways, there's new holes in this house every time I come in here. And so I've been coming across, like the average person, I've been watching these videos, and it's people being gang stalked, right? And it's people like, oh my God, I'm being gang stalked. Oh my God, something's happening. Oh my God. And y'all, this is serious because when I first started getting gang stalked like this and being studied and watched and all this stuff, I was like, what the fuck? Because at first you're going to be like, I know I ain't losing my mind. I know, right? This been going on for years for me. I don't know about all of you. I say over the last, it's probably been going on for way longer, but I noticed after my son passed away and I moved home. Before my son passed, I was already in the midst of moving. And then once he passed, I was looking for a place and stuff. I got approved for my little Section 8, y'all, and that was hell. Oh, that was hell. And, you know, once I finally said, forget it, shoot fly, don't bother me. Once I finally said, forget it, hey, y'all wanted it, y'all want to cause problems with it, y'all want to do all this, and they was involved as well, right? A lot of y'all are going through things, right? They set these experiments up in your job, in your home, in your everyday life, these Truman Show setups, right? This is stuff that I'm showing y'all, and I'm being vulnerable and letting y'all in my life, right? Stopping certain things. You want medicine, stop this, stop that. You going to sleep and you feeling a certain type of energy. You might get a headache all of a sudden, or a whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, right? I started praying about it. What can I do about it? I'm not going to lose my mind because you a weirdo. Because you a weirdo ass mother effer. Because you weird. Because y'all weird. Because y'all ain't got nothing else to do. I ain't your study and I ain't your guinea pig. And the only time you can... Let me tell y'all something. For people that's being gang stalked, you are not losing your mind. This shit is not a game. This shit is not funny. People have taken their lives. These, what they call them, these gag shows. These, where people have like, either they pass away or they have near-death experiences because of the stuff is so bad. Like the stalking, the parade, this stuff is so bad that these people go through this, right? And some of these people don't live, but they don't understand. I need y'all to understand when you're going through stuff like this, why they're blocking this. Well, let me tell you something. If you ain't nobody, if you was a nobody, then this stuff wouldn't be going on. But when you're some mother effing body, I ain't gave nobody permission to record me in my home. I ain't got nobody permission to do a mother loving thing. I ain't got nobody permission to do shit. But they doing it. Because this is a man's world. This is a man's world. My granddad was one of the most, whoop your ass. I mean, you know, he never cussed, but, you know, that thorough ass whooping, that thorough thrashing, the thrashing. I'm kind of happy, you know, all the stuff I went through as a kid, I'm happy I went through it. Because if I would have been pampered coming up, if I would have been abused, pampered, 12:12 on the clock. I seen 11:11 yesterday. It's 12:12 today. That stood out 4:44, 40:40, and 12:12. And so, anyways, 1:11, 10:10. But 11:11, it was 4:44. Today was 4:44, 40:40. Oh, excuse me. God must want me to have it. Them the numbers he want me to keep in mind. And then 12:12. Today, these are the numbers that stood out to me. I glitched the matrix. Slap my bitch up. You understand me? You got to understand. Y'all, when y'all begin gang stalked, you're not tripping. You're not tripping. But you hold a whole bunch of power, baby. They waiting for bat wings to come out your back. Show your ass. Stop being scared. Stop walking around talking about, my granny, what big team you have? Stop, my man is a op. Stop. Oh my God, we know what they are. When God show you, when they show you, believe it. The problem is that you trying to reason that life is not supposed to be like that. They're not supposed to have access. They're not supposed to be watching me. I have human rights. That shit don't matter in this world. Because this is a man's world. This don't matter. This is their territory. We're just here visiting. I am the extraterrestrial. She's crazy. Y'all just start morphing on them. Just one day you sit on the couch watching TV. Just start showing out. I'm spitting. Start morphing. She's turning. I know it. Get the Gatorade. The Gatorade. Here comes the man in black. Y'all, they been visiting me since I've been a kid. The ones you can't remember, but I remember your ass. Hey, here comes the man in black. And it's always that bitter one with that tight ponytail. The one that came and seen you at the schoolyard. Talking about, how are you? Do you like coloring books? See, the ones that's really elite. Ooh, I got chills. The ones that really got the thrones, the bones, and the blood. They've been watching y'all since y'all been a little kid. But some of us had different paths, and we went on, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, yeah, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Dory, what Nola Bear? What's up? I hear it too. I hear it too, ladies. Let me let him out the cage so they can show me where it's at. Show me where it's at. Show me where it's at. Minnie don't play, boy. Her one ear stays sticking up. What's up? Who outside? Who outside snooping? Y'all, they can hear from here to yonder, but I heard it too. It's like somebody fiddling. The next door neighbors, they back. Still causing problems. Hours later. And so anyway, You got some wicked people out there that's doing a study on some of us. And the reason why, because y'all heard about the curse breaking many years ago, and people say things, but I don't think that they understand the detriment of these things. I don't think that they understand how far this thing is actually going to go. They say things without having the full knowledge, and then as time goes on, people actually forget. But you have to understand that some of us are waking up, and these people knew what was going to happen in the times that it was going to happen. And so don't be surprised if you see all these midlife crises going on all around the world. But we ain't got nothing to do with that. But it's certain people that they've been following our star since before we came back here. You understand? Some of us have certain genetic makeups and all these things. And they like, oh my God, they supposed to morph in 2024. And we going to keep a close eye on them. And so a lot of y'all are losing it. And y'all like, oh my God, stuff being moved in my house. Oh my God. You know, they putting stuff in our drinks, trying to figure out we going to die from it. You know, they doing all kind of stuff. I know for sure that I broke into there on 3/4 of a dash, 89 seconds of the 24 hours of the quarter of October 4th, their birthday. And we made sure we paid their spouse to piss them off and do something very foul and vulgar. And so we could measure the scale of their energy off this water we put in the house. And I stopped him on the way to the shop and poisoned it. And we put that stuff in there. And we need to measure their energy on 1/4 of a dash after that. And so you'll see certain things take place, right? You see this person acting a boo-boo-foo, and you see that person, the neighbor's doing something strange, and you say, why the neighbor? I don't even know you. Why are you making all that noise when you never make any noise? Why are you causing problems and getting tizzies and the pennies in the bunch? And why are you slamming that door like that today? And then your spouse do something weird, or your partner, or your friend, or your roommate, and they'll say, oh, I'm gonna do something strange today. I'm getting paid. I'm the man in black. And you say, Y'all, it is 12:22. I was waiting to see 222 throughout today, but I just didn't know how I was going to see it. I didn't think too deep on it. But it's 12:22, 222. And so I'm going to keep it at 12:22. What God allowed me to see. If it's 222, it's 222, but it is 1222. See, at first I was taking that extra thing out of there, but I started to understand one day that all of it meant something. Like the 1 before the 2. So don't just take the endings off that number. What is that noise? Don't just take the endings off of the numbers and take the 888, 222, 333. Some of it is meant for you to take the 1 in the back of the 222. And so, in the front of the 222, I mean. But anyways, are there 333, 444, 555, 666, 777, 888, 999, 1212. And so, a lot of y'all are going through what you think you're going through. Here comes the spiritual attack. Now we bind, block, and rebuke it. Send it back. Send it back. Some of these people are doing studies on some of us because of who and what we are. They have been following your North Star since you came here before you became the star. And some of you guys don't know who you are. And so they play this game and they don't care who ends up in trouble. They don't want you here anyways, as long as you did it to yourself. We just placed the cameras on them. We just followed them down the street 24/7. We just put the shoes on the different ways, even though we know we playing little games. They told that fool to go in there and hook up this and hook up that. Don't touch nothing because they observing. And that fool, what he do? He come in the house and hook it up and say, I'm gonna move their food. I'm gonna move their shoe. I'm gonna move their jewelry. I'm gonna steal from them and make them think they're going crazy. And they're gonna blame the roommate. And they're gonna fall out. And anyway, energy. It's always a motherfucker like that. It's always that looking motherfucker playing with you. Who moved that? Not me. Not me. Then who did it? Casper? Where's Casper? Casper? Oh, Casper. Did you move that? Yeah. Anyway, y'all, sometimes I just stop in the middle of the flow and pose for the camera. Click, click. I'm waiting to see the bat wings too. Am I supposed to morph? Why did that alien choose a big booty Judy? It's a group of them standing around like. It's always the motherfuckers that look weird as fuck. But they ain't gonna tell the people that they're from Nebula. They're from Nebula, and that's our narc MSS, and she beat us the last time, but it was a man in a cape and a. Yeah. They acting like they the regulars. They are not the norms. You're the normal one. They're not. Who is this agent? Who is this person blood that's morphing into 8 different things and is beating the disease of from the 19th century and it took out a whole country? Who is this? Yeah, that's. And then you got that one fool over there talking about, shit, I could use that for the energy. The energy? Not my tea. Not the car. I can use it for the car. I can use it for the new cars I'm coming out with. We could just stick them inside of that and there's you can't do that. The people gonna know. The people gonna know. Just stick them inside of the cage and we could just plug them up. That's how I get it done. That's how I get it done. The only normal one in there, like, these idiots. I want to go tell my wife about this. Get his wife off because he ain't supposed to told official business. She ain't somebody know nothing. They tell me, well, we gotta go boopity bop this bitch. Here comes the men in black. Sometimes you go outside, you hear what was that? Oh shit! Look, you should have told me you were taking pictures. Black people love taking pictures with our hip out, skinning like that horse. We want to. Y'all know that one horse pose when you bow-legged. You put that one leg back and you bow-legged in the one leg, and you put the other one up. You know, you put that tippy toe up. You put the one leg flat foot, bow leg, the other foot on your tippy toe, so it can poke your butt out. You know, that horse pose. You should at least told me that so I can get into my horse pose. With my hand on my hip. When I dip, you dip, you dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You should have y'all should have told me so I could put my hand up on my hip. Don't just take no pictures off me. My wig twisted today. I ain't even had my bang flat. You dead wrong. They up there got you on a bulletin board with strings. Y'all know how they doing the investigation. So how they latch this to that to this. And they be having all those things on, what's them little pin needle things in a bulletin board. And they be having a string go from that to that picture to that, and all the way up there. You up there looking all kind of ways. Wig twisted one day, waking up one day. They got you on a good day, you bloated on another day. You need to at least let me know y'all need to stop being paranoid. You know what it is. And some of y'all is feeling the energies of the energies because they're putting them on you. And so remain calm. Stay calm, everyone. Stay calm. Because what are you going to do? I seen this video where the girl said that she was being this and she was being that. She was being this and she was being that. It was true, but she ended up taking herself. I wish I could have got my hands on her. Oh, by the time she would have heard me, you know, she would have been soldiered up. She would have been out there like, I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to stop her. Some people is not understanding what they're going through. And they don't want you to understand. That's why people like me, they don't let us get through the algorithm like that. And if you is getting through there, they're going through there. They is not letting you get through there. They don't want people to hear us. And what they're doing is, if you is getting through there, they're minimizing your views and messing with your analytics so you could think people are not watching you. And they don't want to have to pay you. Because who are you? Who are you? Stealing from you. But you know, gotta get him when he get him. Everybody got a lesson to learn. Even the big bad wolf who huffed and puffed and blew the house down. See, it's always that one. It's the weakest house. You got what it was, a house made of straw. A house made of, y'all always forget what the middle house was made of. One was made of straw. Let's see, because y'all, we gonna get this right. Let's see. Oh, y'all, I forgot to show y'all how big a mustard seed was, y'all. It was tiny. It was tiny. Y'all, this is a mustard seed. Hold up. This is a mustard seed right here. Where did it go? Y'all done put the thing down. Hold on.
I couldn't believe that if you mix yellow mustard seeds with apple cider vinegar and let it sit for 8 hours.
Look how tiny them little mustard seeds is.
Absorb the moisture, then add a pinch of salt, 2 tablespoons of honey, and blend everything. You get Dijon mustard. I couldn't believe that if you mix yellow mustard
Look
seeds
how
with
tiny,
apple
y'all. I
cider
ain't forgot about y'all. I ain't forgot about y'all with that mustard seed. That's how much faith you have to have, that tiny? For amazing things to bloom? For amazing things to bloom? So imagine a person who has hate as tiny as a mustard seed. It's already in them. The seed is already in them. And it grows and grows and grows until it manifests outside of them and they start taking action. You understand? I ain't forgot about y'all. What were we supposed to look at? Oh, the 3 little pigs. Let's see. What was the second house made of? I know the last one was made of brick. Oh, the other one was made of wood. You had straw, you had wood, and you had brick, right? And you got some of these people standing outside talking about little pig, let me on, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And so they out there huffing and puffing, and they out there trying to blow your house down. And since they couldn't blow the house down, they did it, and you know, and So they just came in your house. They just said, I'm just going to come in. I'm just going to do what I want to do. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Some of these people think that they're going to sit back and watch some of us. Y'all, but what's crazy is look how I got this set up, though. I got my clothes here because I need to fold these clothes. And that's Hole over there on the wall sitting across from me with my foot kicked up here. And y'all remember these? My little belly sacks. My little belly sacks. Right, and so I'm chilling back behind here, and I didn't even notice until I just looked up. Aha, that's why y'all can't see me. Aha, 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 aha. Y'all be want to be a kid sometimes. Aha. And there's somebody back there like, you think you're slick. When you come home tomorrow, it's going to be holes everywhere. I'm going to want you to see me and see me good. Yeah. Y'all, they be upset, child. They want some of y'all rolling around on the floor talking about what's happening. What's happening to me? Nothing. They nosy. And somebody out there like, hell, God. Hell, Arnold. Oh, Arnold. You know they hate you. They just hate you in front of everybody. When they get behind the closed doors by themselves, they got your picture. Talking about, oh, Arnold. Oh, I just love you. You flip my hat. You know. They get in front of everybody and make fun, but they go home. So, oh, they out there crafting you. They drawing pictures of you. They making love letters. Y'all remember them love letters y'all used to pass back and forth? Yes or no. You got a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman somewhere talking about yes or no. They out there making love letters talking about yes or no. You know what I'm saying? They crazy, but they calling you crazy. They really mad because you special. They not telling y'all how special y'all are, and they don't want y'all to know. They get to see all kind of stuff. What is that there? What is that there in that room? What's in that room with them? Jiminy Snickets, Crickets. What's in that room? What's in there with them? Did you just see that, Johnny? Roll that camera back. Roll that camera back. Some of the people scared from the things that they just seen around you. And some of them don't care because, you know, they being controlled by other entities. Like them reptilians, you know, no. I ain't gonna say it. Or telling you know, things like that, you know. You gotta hurt me say it. It's hard, you know. I heard me say that like that because there's somebody out there trying to deem you crazy for your money. And like I said in another video, you got some of these people who thought they was going to come for you. They thought they was going to come for you. And when expose what was stolen while you all in the background digging, come knock on my door and tell me what you find. Oh, what have you unearthed? What in the Netherlands have you unearthed? What have you unearthed? She has no time on her certificate. Where is she from? It's something to this, Johnny. It's something to this. I'm telling you, I got a feeling. They done went digging so much, their mouth is on the floor. What is this? What is she? They done stole her from over there in the parts of Africa, down deep off into there from one of those tribes. And she made it out. And she's a millionaire, quadrillionaire. He's a millionaire. They ain't trying to tell y'all trillionaires. You supposed to be up there eating soup with a silver spoon, talking down on them. They don't want you to have it. You're ghetto. You country bunkin'. She's ghetto. No class. Oh, because you know big words, that made you classy. But you bending it over trying to thought. You bending it over trying to thought. They gagging in the back. No class. Let me take a peek into your life. Why you all up in mine? They throwing it back. Talking about amen. They throwing it back. They ain't gonna tell you about their days. They be talking some she used to be, he 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 used to be, she used to be. They did. And then what's even crazy, these people ain't even got the nerve. They ain't got enough sense. They ain't even got the audacity. They ain't even got enough, gumption. They ain't even got enough, They ain't got enough, They ain't got enough, They ain't even got enough class. To put it in past tense. They're going to put it like it's your right now. You know she got that such and such on her record. Like you just went in somewhere and did something. You know he got that such and such on his record. Like you just went in somewhere and did something. Like today. They ain't saying it was from 20 years ago and they drudged it up. But they ain't talking about how they was throwing that ass back on such and such and such and that. Throwing that ass back in their days. They was throwing it back. They was pouncing that dude. They was out here too. 12:44 on the clock. And so they was out there throwing that dang back. They was throwing it back and picking it up. They was out here doing it much. And you got to be careful how you trying to pick somebody else apart and what they used to be and ain't be and all these things. You got to be very careful in doing so because it's always somebody watching you. Just because you doing what you doing and you like to do what you doing and your nastiness because of how you feel and your jealousy and your envy, because that's what it boiled down to. I don't care what you trying to hide your purpose behind, because she said God. And so that's why I'm going to, because you're not going to make my God a mockery, but your actions is. Your actions is. Ain't nobody told you to do nothing. Ain't nobody had you do nothing. You did it out of your jealousy and your envy, and we're going to call it what it is. A dog is a dog. A duck is a duck. A jealousy is a jealousy. Envy is envy. Trifling is trifling. Ain't is ain't. You hear me? Ain't is ain't. We going to call it what it is. You got some of these people that is jealous, envious, and they see somebody and they figure, who they think they is. I had to do this. I had to do think that, think this, think that. And they saying that they're connected to God. All in the same breath. Right? Right. Digging all up in your past. Don't know nothing about you. But they not understanding is, like I said, if you want to know about that person, it's funkiness in the energy. And anybody can tell because I'm a G. You understand? Energy. You can tell someone's intentions. Because anytime somebody's doing anything in secret, their intentions is not good. There's no sneaking behind. There's gonna run when she comes. When she comes. There's no sneaking around when your intentions is good. Right? There's no third degree nobody. Because then you have those, well, oh, I can't do it that way because it's going to be took like this. So I'm going to call them to the forefront. Then third degree them. Like, people still not going to be able to see through them and their intentions. Jealousy is jealousy. Envy is envy. Nasty is nasty. And you're connected to who? Karen. They would sit there and talk about a Karen. They would sit there and make it sound good. They wording is placed right. But they still ain't a people. They still ain't about nothing. They still are low vibrational. And I'm going to say again, 666, what God gave me, 999 I mean, I can't make these things up. What God showed me is what God showed me. And what God take me to, that was the first thing he took me to, was that. Like Jesus constantly said, if I am connected to God, you can't be. You can't be, because I'm telling you who I'm connected to. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you that. My actions, not only am I saying this, my actions is showing you. And I'm watching what you're doing and what y'all doing. And I ain't heard nothing from my dad telling me y'all connected to him. And y'all actions, it's nasty, it's trifling, it's vile, it's foul. All right? And so, yeah. They got the nerve to be watching you up close. Man, if y'all, they watching you up close and they finding you squeaky clean. But since y'all did that to them, then y'all should be able to do it to the same person that is making these claims. Do it to the people that's making the claims. Watch them closely and see what you can get. Don't let them know that you're coming neither. Just like you didn't let the other person know that you guys were coming and sneaking and geeking. Don't let, it's always a rat in the building that's going to let them know. But even if the rat was in the building to let them know, to give them a head start, their past is so trifling. Even their today is so trifling. That they would not be able to. I mean, like, there's no comparison. There's no comparison. Their today is nasty. Their yesterday was nasty. And their full past was nasty. So, anyways, guys, and it was another thing that I was saying is that sometimes God would not allow certain things to be revealed to you, right? It might have been hoes in every place I stayed in. I'm pretty sure my last place I was in was definitely hoes and electrical issues. They was hooking stuff up to all kind of stuff. Y'all stop playing with me without my permission, by the way. My head itching, y'all. Hold on. Whew, oh Lord. I was saying that depending on what part of your journey you're at, is God will begin to lift certain things up, the veil, for you to see certain things around you, because you're mature, you're healed enough to handle that, right? Some people are being shown things, right? Do not panic. Sit back and chill. Sit back and know that you got to be that one if all this is taking place around you. I mean, you just have to be. Ain't nobody wasting that amount of time and resources on you for nothing. You understand? So, put on a show today. Show them who you are. Don't look back anyway. Even though your mate's a fraud, he's gonna be the one always involved. And they all be thinking they special too. They be thinking they the one, right? You know what's funny is that everybody think that they the one because they get approached, right? And they be like, I'm the one, but they don't understand that they only the one because of you. They only the one because they want that access to you. So actually, there absolutely nobody when you decide to get up and let them go. And I remember in this video, they said that the girl had turned back around and started dealing with her ex, right? She stated that she had started dealing back with her ex, and then all this weird stuff started taking place, right? And that was like the end of it. She started getting all this attack. It wasn't that, it was spiritual, but it was also physical. When God pulled you away from places and space, I tell you that everything is for a season or a reason, right? Or a lifetime. And when you come up out of that, you have learned what you need to learn. When you make it out of that, you come up out of that, and you had to fight hard to get that away from you, right? And God had to fight it off, like shoot, 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 right? All these things to get you away from that. You're not understanding that it's spiritual and it's physical and it's physical and it's spiritual. So that's why when you turn back and you start back dealing with that person that got fought so hard, you don't understand that these people are so upset because they was just a part of the exclusive, the elite. They was a part of these people, and but they was only a part of them, right, for that time that you was in their life. And some of these people are so upset and they mad because they not getting the things that they was getting, right? You have by you moving on, you don't understand the severity of you moving on. That's why these people be so mad. That's why these people attack you and throw darts all at you while your back is turned. You think you just moving on and living your regular life, and these people in the back trying to destroy you. The job is already done. The job is already over. And these people are mad because they are no more, they never expected you. And trust me, a lot of times when you leave people, God will let them get cut off from the well. He's cut off from the well. They're cut off. They're not getting those things anymore. Whatever the payment was, spiritually or physically. A lot of these people, they come around you and they be average Joes, and all of a sudden they be gleaming and glittery. You don't understand, a lot of that is your energy. They're taking your energy back to these places, people, places, and things. They're standing in your glitz and glamour. A lot of times they're mirroring you back to you. God let you see all these different things. I keep telling y'all, it's levels to this. So a lot of times you're looking at them, and even that sparkling in their eyes, you don't even know it's yours. They out there sparkling and gleaming with your own energy, and you thinking that you attracted to them, but you don't understand that it was something that they pulled from you that you're attracted to. The trick, the trick and the Paul and the trick. All that. The Paul and the trick and the trick and the Paul and the trick. It was a trick. And so when you darted up out of there, however God got you out of there and you swindled your way and you said, oh, shoot, that was a close call, God. It was really it wasn't a close call because it was always supposed to be that way. Baby, it's been that way. Yeah, it's always. Who was that? Bryson Tiller? Yeah, always been that way. It's always supposed to went that way, y'all. It's always been that way. They was for the reason, the season, to get you moving on up. Like, even when the setting up is being setting up and all these different things, it's supposed to be that way. But the move and the move and the move and the move, when God move you, these people be cut off. They be cut off. Hello, Jesus on the main line. They be cut off from the well, right? That well, that safety net, that all that comfortness, right? Some of these people owe so much karmic debt on top of whatever it is that they did to you. This is why you cannot turn back. Because, boy, when that whooping start coming, when you leave, when you go, and God gets you where you go, and get you to the next thing, place or thing, get you in the next energy, right? That next place, that next environment. And you like, I feel a little bit lighter, right? But you might have another mission before God take you to the land, right? To the nice one, to the good one, right? And you all looking forward, and this person throwing stuff at you, stuff crumbling. You're like, what's going on? It's blowing it back there, Lord. What's going back there? God said, don't look back, don't you look back, don't you look back. Don't you look back. Metaphorical. Don't you look back. Sodom and Gomorrah, don't you look back. Stop it, y'all. And my dogs, they fighting, y'all. That's metaphorical. It's metaphorical. And you'll be so tempted to look back. And you're like, what is all that commotion back there? Some of these people are affecting your today. But the only reason they're affecting your day today as well, even though you're not looking back, is because they ain't doing nothing but racking it up and stacking it up and racking it up. Some of these people going to a purgatory. You might see them out there, I'm not going to put that on nobody because God said, don't think nothing of them, right? Just let them people be who they are. Don't pray for them. Don't do nothing. Just keep moving, right? And that's the way it's supposed to stay. But don't look back. Don't go back. That's why when some of y'all talking about this gang stalking and how you're feeling and all this jitteriness and all this weird stuff going on, and you're seeing all this different weird stuff, it's happening. But it's something about these timeline happening portal. Remember I told y'all in this dream, I was always ahead of all these people, like way ahead of them. In these dreams, one thing I noticed in that dream was that in all the dreams that I was always way ahead of these people somewhere, right? That's something that I paid attention to. And it was another dream I was going to bring up, but that's neither here nor there. But even in that dream, the reason why that came up is because I was way ahead of these people. And so it was all chasing, and I'm like, they just running? They ain't even going to catch up, right? I had enough time to turn around and be like, dang, is they even going to catch up? Stand there and think about what's going on in the dream, right? Just look, they going, and I noticed that every time they was chasing me, but I was Even though these people was chasing me, another thing that I noticed is that even though they was running after me, I was never running. I was always walking because I was so far ahead of them. Right? I had no time to turn around and be like, they running, they chasing me. They chasing me. Like, what the hell is they chasing me for, right? I was always just standing there looking lost, too. Just, what is they doing? What is they doing? In my dreams, what is they doing? Let me just keep on walking. I don't know what they got going on. They tripping. Right? I was always calm. I was never panicking. Oh, my God, what's happening? I was never panicking. It was just always cool. That's like metaphorical, too. God showing, I got you. They gonna do what they gonna do. They gonna do all this stuff, but I got you. They chasing you. They running all after the back of you, and you just... They so far, they like light years. Y'all, they dimensions behind some of us. And they think they up on you. And God let them think that they up on you like that. God let them think that they're affecting you like that. God is allowing a lot. And it's always that one in between, that one straddler that is taking them back information. Yeah, they going through it real bad. And what's so crazy, that's the one who wants to be in the end, right? The end crowd. And it's normally somebody very close to you in personal. They want to be in that end crowd. They want to look like they want to be, yeah, they the girl, because gossiping. Lying and gossiping. And they gonna tell them what they want to hear. God be like, yep, go on and tell them that. Go on and tell them that. But Mr. Mrs. wanna be in. I wanna be down. Mrs. I wanna be down. Mr. I wanna be down. Go on and tell them that lie. And God to make it look good too. And they just looked so horrible the last time I seen them. Man, you might have didn't even put your eyelashes on that day. You might have slid your wig on properly. You might have just woke up. And somehow God let them catch you in that instant, second in time. You're like, let me run down here real quick and go grab me some ice. Let me go grab me some toothpaste from the store and some soap. Let me go. And you just run out there and something, a little sweatpants, t-shirt. Might have a hat on, a hoodie or something. Lips dry because you just got to get yourself together. And they'll see them, girl, bruh. They looked at horrible. Their lips was all dry. They looked thirsty. They looked like, God be like, They just went back to them people and told them this stuff. Ooh, that's letter. Ooh, I just love this like this. This need to go just like this. I got them. And they be back there throwing even more stuff because they think it's working. Be like, what's that? Lord, is that a flag? I'm like, you don't even know half of it. You have a dream, wake up to my God, I seen a dream. And I noticed that. God, like, I just showed you that little bit. You don't even know the half of it. Not even a quarter. Not a centimeter of a piece of it. These are the people who God allowed to see both sides, right? And they might not understand right then and there what they're fully looking at. But they say to themselves, I know that person innocent, but because I don't want to be ridiculed like them, if I join this person and honor them, or have any type of honor, I'm going to get ridiculed like this person. I'm going to get done bad like this person. If I stand up for my uncle, if I stand up for my granny, if I stand up for my mom, if I stand up for my sister, if I stand up for them, it's so many people. The whole city, the whole family, is everybody against them, and everybody knows that this wrong. Everybody knows that this is wrong. Everybody know that it's what I was told. Everybody know. And I know too, but I don't want to get ridiculed like them. Like how they did Christ. I mean, your situation is nothing like that. But, I mean, that's the only thing that I can think to compare it to. Because it's almost something like what I noticed is that when God's people is God's people, you kind of go through, it's like humiliation rituals, right? It's like ceremonies. It's like different levels to this that you have to, that's crazy. I just felt a very cool breeze go by. There's like something that you have to go through. Even though you're protected in the whole thing. But it's something about it that you have to go through for God to bring you out on the other side, because vindication will happen. And God is going to sit you up all shiny and stuff, just all nice and perked up, your skin supple and tight. When it's time for that thing to be turned around, it's like God will sit you up and let these people look up at you and be like, oh my God. That was really God's people we was doing this to. We did the same thing that we claim that we're a part of. We claim that we're connected to God. We claim that we believe in Christianity. We claim that we're spiritual. We claim that. And we talk down about the way Jesus was done. And we say them people did that to our Savior. Them people did that to... And they turn around and do the same thing to somebody. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. They turn around and do the same thing. And one day, God let them get away with it. They be so stuck off into whatever it is that they're doing, their craft, their mess that they made. that they act somewhere in there, it be so good. They be getting away with it so much, and it's so rewarding at that time that they actually start believing in what it is that they doing. And a couple times, God will lend them a pair of his tools to say, here, take a closer look. God will pull them out of the mess. God will take them out of the greed, the plots, plans, and schemes. God will pull them out of there several times throughout that thing, however long it goes on. God will pull them out several times and cleanse them spiritually so they can have that sit down. And when God gives them that cleanness in them, they sit there and they say, conviction, right? And he cleans them up in there and clear up their vision. You know, some of these people up under spiritual attacks as well, and they could have got saved, and God was trying to use you, you know, to save them, even though what they was doing was bad. God thought they was worth saving, right? A few of those people was supposed to turn around and go and do their healing and ask them, so why was it that I was easily manipulated like this? You know, ego started kicking in. I wasn't manipulated. I'm that mother lover. I'm her. I know. I'm up under right judgment. God will pull him out, clean him up, constantly throughout that thing. Hey, look at this. Look at this. They even go to church and sit on the pew, and that day it would be a sermon going on about Jesus. I just want to take the time out to talk about Jesus and what the people did to him. It would be different things to pull them out of there, right? And they be clean for a couple seconds, couple minutes, hardly, where they can judge the thing, right? God is trying to get them to turn away. Hey, stop doing that. Hey, it's not right. Hey, you're doing the same thing that these people were doing back then. And you saying that you love my son. You saying that you connected to me. I need you to fix these things. Why were you easily manipulated into believing this? Or, and I already know your heart, so you didn't believe that, did you? No, did you really believe that? They feel it, and they be like, they fight it. No. They might sit there for a minute and be like, dang, man. That person didn't do that. I really ain't about to, it'd be a small conviction there, right? Grand, but small, because they gonna hurt. As soon as they feel it, no, it ain't, no. They might even feel it for a day. By the next day, they rile back up with the crowd. God like, I tried. That person gonna be protected. They gonna be good. Be like, well, I tried. You know, free will, you know, it's free will. But when I bring down these pounds on you, when I bring down this thrashing on you, when the time comes, because it's coming, you cannot say I did not love you. You cannot say that I did not give you chance after chance. Matter of fact, God loved you so much that he gave you years. He gave you over a decade. I don't know a God that's more patient. That's giving people decades to fix it. That's giving people decades to turn it around. To give people decades to correct that thing. To give people decades to stop passing that on from person to person to person, to generation to generation. Decades. Huh. So, that's why when I woke up and I came across this video, I had that dream first, I came across this video. Say this again. And that girl said, God is saying, don't feel either way. Don't feel no way. Don't pray for them. Don't do nothing. Feel no way. Just keep moving on. But don't pray for them either. And it's crazy that came up because years ago, I heard, about 2 years ago to be exact, I heard, and you bet not pray for them. I called an elder in my family and I said, what does this mean? The person couldn't tell me, but they could because they was in there too. They was gaining off the back of too, of the mess that was being made. They knew what was going on, and they played in it, knowing it wasn't true, knowing how nasty and ugly it was, knowing. And then these type of people, they go start making up their own lies. Oh, dang, they got that type of lie going. They got that. Instead of just staying out of it, or turning the other cheek, or checking it in. No, it's those that sit in the back and rub their beards and their hair and their nails together. And they figure out, they said that? Well, I know that's a lie. But shoot, they doing it anyways. Let me go on and give me some off the top of that too. Let me spread me a couple of lies over there. Pray for them. Oh, they got that inheritance over here too. Pray for them, sister. Pray for them, brother. Pray for them. Let's lay hands. In their background, this person incantating all over this person's life. And coming out to the public, talking about pray for them. You know they mind going, you can't listen to them. You know you can't listen to them. You know they all mentally messed up. Dang, that's her such and such. It gotta be true. Dang, that's her such and such. That gotta be true. They ain't lying on her about that. Then you got this over here going, you got that over there going, and God looking like, really? What's even crazier is this, y'all. These people think that they're so slick. The ones who went off the back of is them complete strangers, the ones who wasn't in it at all, who heard about what was going on and they figured they was gonna sit in the corner and play these games. Oh, she got inheritance. My grandmother, what big teeth you have. I'm about to go right down here to the courtroom and tell them that she's crazy. Since the baby daddy over here doing this, the ex doing this, the brothers and sisters doing that, the aunties and uncles doing it. Everybody got their Ponzi scheme going on. I'm about to go down here and do this. I'm about to go play in everybody's face. Look. I recorded her what she said. Oh, but she ain't tapped in, but she know we recorded her. She ain't tapped in, but you got to be more careful. Don't make me start blushing. Let me record her. Let me sit on the phone and pay Pastor. Pastor. Let me sit on the phone and act like I ain't spiritual. Let me sit on the phone and talk about all my woes so she can give me advice. And then after I eat off her advice and I eat off her word and I eat off her knowledge and her wisdom, after I write down all her quotes, I'm going to take her to court for them. If I can't take her down, in a way of stealing her inheritance, getting false custody over her, getting false, what is that called when people go get power of attorney, but it's another word. It's another one. These falsities over them too. They need somebody over because to manage their money. Meanwhile, they in the back incantating spells, taking job opportunities, hacking into your phone with your ex and your new person, taking off job opportunities, paying the job to call your niggas and the inside job so you can show out. Doing all this stuff so you could look unfit and But meanwhile, you've been holding it down. Meanwhile, these people never took care of you, even when they was in your life and played that role in your life. They still never played that role in your life. Don't tell me these fools that never did nothing for you and you had to raise your soul and they dogged you all out and lied on you on that. Don't tell me these fools is the same ones that's trying to get power of attorney over you so they can spend your money because you need somebody to spend your money. Don't tell me the same person. You've been paying your bills for how long? On your own? With no help? And even when they was in a position to help you, they chose not to help you if you needed some help. Some of them people turned you around the first time you ever asked them for help. And it took you 20 years being out by yourself to ask one person one time for help. Conservatorship, but it's another name. You got power of attorney, conservatorship, and you have another one. When people y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't tell me that the people that was put in place to help you, and at a point in their life they could have helped you, chose not to help you purposely to watch you scrounge you while you was out here getting it out the mud and staying 10 toes down on what it was that you was doing. Ain't never seen you sell no booty or nothing. Seen you always do it the right way. You always had a job. They never heard about you scrounging down in those streets, getting high for the fire and low for the folk in your trench coat. But they ain't never heard of that. But they went out here spreading that type of news. Oh. God got a special thrashing for you. I don't name punishments. I don't. I'm not here for that. And I'm not saying ha ha like y'all did me. I'm just saying that I'm going to do what God told me to do. Feel no way about it. Don't pray for him neither. It's, I have to really work on that. I have to practice that. I have to, That's very, God, that is very hard to do. When you have watched some things that these people have done, God would never reveal to you. It was so nasty. It was so ugly that I don't even think that the devil himself could have thought of some of these things that these people have done. It's some things that God will not let you find out. And the things that he did let you find out, if you think that was, oh my God. Oh my God. These people tried to break you. And when they couldn't break you, some of these people went on dark places to get dark things done to you. And you, my dear friend, would be surprised. Some of y'all won't know. Some of y'all wouldn't. Of who was all involved in this stuff. And God blocked it. God blocked it. You're not lucky. I do not. When people say, who said it the best? Nicki Minaj. She's the first one that said it. And I ain't gonna say the first one that said it, but the first person I ever heard say it. No, I'm not lucky. I'm blessed. Yes, clap for the heavyweight champ, me. But couldn't do it all alone. We, young God raised me. Hey. She ain't say that part, but she said young money raised me. But I'm talking about God raised me, though. Some of these people were betting on you being crazy because of the things that they partook in and was doing and was setting up. And some of these people went as far as poisoning you. Some of y'all wasn't supposed to wake up. Yo. You know, your ex was on the phone like, you know, you supposed to be laid there. He done poisoned you. Last night y'all done went out to go kick it for your birthday and, you know, recorded you. You know, you think you sleeping normal. This dude done poisoned you. You just sliding all down there. You sleeping. Y'all always sleep sitting up. So, you know, they can say whatever they want to say about me. She sleeping up. She calls her Shanad. Shanad. You know why I sleep sitting up? Because if you ever see somebody sleeping sitting up, if they ain't got that what's that sleeping that sleeping that what is that sleeping disease? It's a disease. I call it eczema, y'all. What is that sleeping disease? Y'all know about people be snoring and they be can't breathe when they sleep. They gotta wear that CPAP machine. It's a name for it. But ooh, excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. I ain't drank no acid or nothing, y'all. It's weird. When you see people who is not snorers and all this stuff, sleeping, sitting up, a lot of times it's from the things that they've been through and they don't trust people around them. Sleep with one eye open. I remember this person that I dated, they used to sleep with one eye open. And for a long time, I thought that was just something that they did because I had one of my family members, they used to sleep with one of their eyes open. So when I met them and I seen that they slept with their eye open, I'm like, oh, that's weird. I said, that must have stemmed from a childhood. But as I got older, this person was in and out of prison. And so I said to them one day, I said, you know, you sleep with your eye open, one of your eyes open. And I said, that's a prison thing, huh? He bust out laughing, you know. He was like, yeah. He said, you gotta trick him and make him think you woke, right? He had trained himself literally sleep with one of his eyes open, wide open, like. I have to be like, is that eye following me? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Is that eye following wide open? And it look like if you walk left, it follow you left. You walk right, it follow you. You know, like them pictures do. When you a kid and you see pictures on the wall, you like, is that following me? Is that following me? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't act like I'm the only one. Don't play like that. Don't play like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyways, y'all. It's some people in trouble. It's some people in some doodle. And some of these people thought that they was going to hide behind other people and do their trickster work. Some of these people thought that they were going to record conversations and going to turn them in onto the people and then try to set you up and say, I don't know nothing about it. But they spiritual too. They got gifts as well. That's why they in the same spot that they in. That's why they got the slick mentality, because they won't come to terms with who they are. But they can sit there and tell you and go out there and manipulate people with the tricks and terminology of, you know what I'm saying? To get what they want. They'll use it to get what they want. They'll let it out. Anyways, I was saying you and your ex that went out and kicked it for your birthday when y'all was together, and you laying there, and he on the phone talking to his boo thing, thinking you want a bed gone. She ain't breathing no more, no nothing. Oof. I'm going to just tell him she OD. I'm going to set that right there by her. Set that right there by her. You ain't on no drugs or nothing. You wonder why everybody coming up with this theory, this, she on drugs. Where they coming up with this, she on crack. Crack? Who trying crack? I mean, you want to know my drugs, my drug of choice wouldn't be crack, baby. I remember one of my family members called me and said, somebody called me and said that you were doing coke. I said, coke? I ain't tried coke yet. At that time, I hadn't. What? Who told you? But who are we calling just having conversations? I'm like, yeah, she on that coke. What? Who calling? When you look back, y'all look back over your life. The gossipers, the running, it's the difference between people gossiping and people relaying information. And so when I look back over a lot of the things that was being said, that was, I mean, just totally made up, total drama all on. These people that was making up things at that point, right? I said to myself, like, these people are not just making this stuff up. These were plots and plans that was put in place for them to steal, siphon, and have. Some of y'all was not supposed to make it past today, so give yourself a pat. Hey, a pat. Give yourself a hug. Some of y'all was not supposed to make it to this point. Y'all at the point where y'all all enlightened. Y'all talking about the birds, the skies, the bees, and the trees. Y'all talking about the vibrations. Y'all is doing it. Some of y'all was not supposed to make it. Some of y'all out there just flying like a bird. Y'all out here flying. Y'all taking off. Y'all don't even know what was in back here. And some of y'all won't even let y'all know what happened because, you know, you just let you go and live your life. Just some of y'all done skated on past these people and y'all just living your life. They like, well, we tried. And some of y'all stuff is a little bit deeper where God needs y'all to break some things up off that thing and he needs y'all to see what's going on. Because if you don't know, sometimes you just can't, you know, you got to know what you're fighting against. Know what you're fighting against. What are you fighting? Are you fighting Satan? Or are you fighting that demon that your family let in? Right? And like I was saying, some of y'all had people out here eating off the back of for so long. And they coming up with these Ponzi schemes and saying all this crazy stuff, right? This is a person that ain't never did for me. It's people that, like, come on. You never even did anything for me. You never bought me anything. It's a long lost person calling you to my yard. It's people calling you that you ain't even talk to. You don't even know. People ain't grow up with you. You don't even know them. And you might run into them through a person one time. And they see you like, girl, I thought, why would you even think you're about to say something like that to me? I don't even know you like that. You a cousin of a cousin of a cousin of a cousin. Who is you talking to? Get out my face. What? These are people that got to know you just a little bit. But any time of knowing you, they say they came around you like 2 or 3 times. You was nothing but nice, kind, and genuine to these people. And they got used as a pawn in the game. And they got to go down too. What a shame, what a shame. These people are about to be like, no. What? I mean, stop. Did you care about what somebody else was going through? And everybody play a part. And nobody cared about the bigger scheme and how bad this thing really was. And this is why they about to get lashed and thrashed. Trashed. Some of these people gonna be like, I didn't do anything. I didn't do it. All I did was gave him the paper. All I did was told him the update for the day. All I did was told her that she blinked twice today. But you didn't understand the bigger scheme of. And just because you didn't understand the bigger scheme of don't mean that you ain't gonna pay a bigger price like the rest of them. Some of y'all gonna wish y'all never got in because you're gonna be like, dang, all I did was relayed. All I did was said. All I did was did. All I did, and you're gonna minimize what you did. But God ain't. God ain't. Because the monster has to be fed. And the bigger monster was being fed with those little trinkets. Every time you came in, every time you left out, every time you caused a problem. And you mean to tell me that person showed you nothing but kindness, genuine, hospitality, and you played on that for what? You helping people to spread gossip, nastiness, rumors, destroy somebody's life? Because, why? I didn't know that was taking place. I didn't know. But you had no business. Regardless of what you thought, what you knew, what you didn't or did know. You should have just mind your business and kept it moving. No, I ain't doing that. I can't even go in and involve that. I don't know what that is about, but, cowards. Because everybody want to feel like somebody. And this is why a lot of these people get in. They want to be like somebody. These are people that are nobodies in their minds, hearts, and souls. And so when somebody that they feel got a little bit of something going on and they labeled as this, the king of the family, the hierarchy of the family, the whatever that thing is, right? And it's so crazy. Y'all don't even be knowing. It be whole dope things running a whole scheme. They talking about, don't give her, don't give him. But they are giving your inheritance to a straight dope fiend? A dope fiend? You mean to tell me a dope fiend ran the whole Ponzi scheme? And got over? And smoked this person? I heard. You mean to tell me y'all done gave this person who said they can control and do this and do that, ain't never got this person nothing and had the nerve to pay people and orchestrate a whole nother crime around this person's life and never even gave this person a shoe, a sock, 25-cent candy off their inheritance, and they just smoked it all up. They just smoked this person's inheritance up their nose, up their pipe, up their crack, and what? And the scheme was she out of her mind, she on drugs. He on drugs, he out of his mind. But the same person that ran the scheme is on drugs and out of their mind. They was sleeping with her. And she was smoking his hoe. Girl. Tell me more. Tell me more. But anyways, y'all was saying about the exes. And then you had the ex coming in to my, what's her, baby? A brown sugar, baby. He like, baby. Talking to his baby mama on the phone, the last baby mama and the last baby mama. Yeah, baby mama, you are always my first love. My first love. He playing in the background after you went out with him for your birthday. He thinking you laying on the bed. Yeah, we just telling her she OD. My first love. She laying right here. You want me to take your picture of her? We already hooked her house up with cameras. Nah, baby daddy, I can see right now through the camera. She look ugly. She ain't got no edges. Her fat all hanging out. We should put these on the black market. No, we gonna ruin the plan. And she was so jealous. She I'm putting this on there anyways. And I don't like that B anyways. You ain't never did nothing to her. Hey, how you doing? Took care of her kids when they came over. Respectful. One, she ain't gonna, this is, you a woman and a man that the kids ain't gonna never meet again. They gonna meet them with trash connected to their mama and daddy. One, because that's who they are. Two, because, that's who they are. Three is because, that's who they are. They are what they eat. They attract what they are. And so God let you come in to break that thing off. They didn't understand that God had a plan the whole time. I need that to go in to do this. I need this. They gonna turn it around. No, they ain't gonna turn it around. Get them up out of there. That food and did something to you, to put some fentanyl in your drink. She just OD'd. They wanted you to be looked at as a drug aid. There's a needle hanging out their arm. You wake up like, he on the phone talking about, baby mama, I gotta call you back. This bitch just woke up. She like, what? I thought you said she was dead. Y'all spit. I thought you said she was dead. said, yeah, I did. I'm telling you, hold on, I'll call you back. She wrote. You waking up like, good night. Good night.